Hey there, everybody. It's the J&K Connection coming at you with the hard questions and some real answers. But the main question we will always be asking is, why not us? Today we're asking that question with the one, the only, the brand new teacher of some school, I forgot which, Colin McInerney. How you doing today, buddy?
Doing great. Thanks for having me on.
All right. So, just a disclaimer. I want to get this out of the way to the 12 people who actually watch this.
Thank you, 12 loyal subscribers. We appreciate everything that you do.
But
we're going to be 12 after this episode. I believe in us.
We will not scream as much. We're not going to be just drunk and ranting, even though I'm drinking right now. We're going to try to keep it down because our view time on our hour-and-a-half videos are only 2 minutes. So we're going to try to keep it between at least 45 minutes to an hour, then slowly drop that down to 30 to 45 in time. Work with us. This is a new thing. We actually got an intro. I hope you guys like it. So let's start off today. Kurt, you said you had something about Burger King?
Yeah.
Now, is that the OG Burger King?
No, it's the fast food chain.
Okay.
So I got some chicken fries, right? That was a mistake, first of all, because
I told you that one.
I feel like you used to buy chicken fries at the store, and it's about the same. But I saved this last one for the last chicken fry because it's huge. I was like, wow, this is a great chicken fry. Bit into it, mozzarella stick. Very, very disappointed. And that's all I had to say.
Wow. You're probably kind of concerned about the quality of chicken there for a second.
Yeah, I was very confused. But, mozzarella sticks are good too, so it wasn't that bad.
What'd you dip it in?
Honey mustard, so it was nasty.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
Was
that the only
disgusting.
mozzarella stick you got?
Yeah, I got one mozzarella stick.
You know,
and
weird thing happened to
15
me.
chicken fries.
I got McDonald's today, and I had 2 plain McDoubles, and I get home, and I look at it, and there's tomato and bacon and shredded lettuce on a McDouble. I don't know what that is. Is that a...
That's a BLT.
That's a BLT, right? A McBLT?
Did you have a patty on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, it was just bacon, tomato, and lettuce. The weird thing was it said plain McDouble on it, so I feel like someone was just shooting the shit with me on that.
They sabotage your order.
No, not really. I mean, the bacon was not, horrible quality or anything, but...
I feel like that might be the worst quality bacon you can possibly eat at McDonald's.
I don't think so. Taco Bell. That's just bacon bits.
They have bacon?
Yeah, bacon bits.
That's not bacon. That's just shredded up plastic that they put bacon seasoning on.
I work there. I'm not denying or accepting that.
Please.
So. Taco Bell was a fun place to work at. You guys never did fast food, except Colin did Jimmy John's, but that's not.
Almost, yeah.
That's a cleaner place than most fast food jobs.
I feel like that is the cleanest fast food place in all of fast food. Jimmy John's.
It just, because we don't use ovens, besides like baking our bread.
For the bread.
Is there,
Yeah, you
You
don't
don't
have
have
to...
to heat anything up.
Yeah, it's all cold cut.
Yeah.
Is everything like super fresh? Like you get it the day of, or is it like in the back just chilling for like a week?
No, not for a week. We get a truck twice a week, I think.
It's fresher than Subway.
Yeah, Jimmy John's is 10 times better than Subway. I feel like.
Don't get me wrong, I like Subway's bread better, but Subway is not fresh.
Subway has better cookies.
That is true.
I'll disagree with that full-heartedly.
Oh my gosh.
Hate them.
You hate Subway's cookies?
You like Jimmy John's cookies better?
Love them. Mainly because, they're bigger.
Yeah, but 2 for $1 at Subway.
How much is a Jimmy John cookie?
I don't know.
Like
Prices.
$1.89?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, fuck me, I'm paying 89 cents more for one big cookie. Just saying. But yeah, that was another thing I meant to mention is that we're going to try to keep it down to a PG-13 level of cussing. That way...
We can put
Family
PG-13 on our videos and not age restricted.
Yeah, I mean, at some point I kind of want to start repping this across Facebook. In the first 2 episodes we can.
Those would be...
Curse, 3 a.m.
you take it off in one
Sunday.
second.
God, the fact we actually got 10 subscribers and people... That's the first thing people viewed were me and you being drunk. Oh, my God. It's a good pre-court... I mean, really, that... If this is supposed to go the way I want it to, then we're supposed to look on that and cringe about it, but... That's our start.
You got to start from somewhere.
Got to start from somewhere.
The first one's going to be bad no matter what happens.
As Grizzly said, you started from the bottom.
Started from the bottom and we're still not there, but we are trying.
I mean, we're at 11 subscribers.
We're
more.
still on the bottom.
I'm not saying James Charles ate your heart out, but we're coming for him. He made a new video.
James Charles made a new video?
Yeah, I'll wait till we get our surprise guest Friday.
I might have to watch that
Talk
video
about
before the surprise guest so I know what's going on.
Yeah, you should catch up on your... I feel like she'll probably be a pretty good person to talk to about that. Colin, you're technically our first guest, even though I'm not too sure if we're gonna how we're gonna post these.
It's the third one.
It's the third one.
So I'm gonna be the first. It's gonna be the first
You're
guest.
the first guest.
I'm glad to be here.
Okay. You're a fill-in. I won't lie to you.
No, it's no.
Our original one, the Arcade for Lifer, couldn't make it. I think he would have had some good insight on life and everything, but Arcade Life makes you booty.
He's a working man.
Well, so am I, but you don't see me crying about it.
I need to sleep it off.
No, exactly. I sleep it off way too much. My sleeping patterns. I'm going deaf in my right ear.
That's not good.
I don't know what's wrong with me, man. I think I'm just getting old.
I think it's your sleeping patterns. You need to get a full
I don't think it's my sleeping
7
patterns.
hours.
I do get a full
sleep.
7 hours. I mean, I
Well,
wake up at
throughout
1.
the day.
Yeah,
It's
throughout
a full
the day.
7 hours.
Hey, I saw something that humans started out as napping was in our circadian rhythm, and we changed it, and we have to drink caffeine to stay awake
What was that
about
word you
2
just
p.m.
said?
Sleeping patterns.
Before that. No.
Circadian rhythm.
Circadian rhythm.
Spell that.
Circadian.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
All right, then I believe whatever the fuck is.
Yeah,
I
guess.
think if someone uses big words and they can't spell those big words, they have no clue what they're saying. They're just repeating information.
I think I agree with that, but I heard circadian like 2 times, and it was talking about sleep, so I'm just gonna go with that forever.
I'm assuming. Yeah, sure.
Kind of sounds like cicada, but I don't think it has anything to do
That's
with
kind
cicada.
of what I thought you were going with first. Cicada birds are coming back. That's something.
birds?
I thought they were supposed to come back. What happened to the cicada birds? I thought it was their year was this year.
I thought it was 2.
They're not out here.
They're not, because we would not have our windows open if they were.
Where are they even at right now? Are they in the ground?
Yeah,
What
they
they
spend
at?
like
No.
13 years in the ground, then they come up for like 12 hours, die and mate, or not in that order.
They like molt one time and had the shells and leave them back for like 4 years.
So gross.
Those are nasty.
You ever have the cicada ice cream?
Ugh.
No.
What?
Did you eat a cicada in the ice cream?
Yeah, actually, it landed in my ice cream and I ate it. It was delicious. No, up north they make ice cream out of cicadas.
Cicadas?
Okay.
This is a fucking thing. Hold
I
on.
will not be indulging in that delicacy.
Out of
Okay.
cicadas, do they
They
put
say
like
it
a
tastes like honey. The ice cream.
tastes like honey? Is it like one of those lollipops where they put a fly in there and call it a fly pop? Is it the same type of thing going on?
Fly pop.
No,
Fly pop.
I'm trying to get a fly pop.
I'm looking it up right now. Just to. It's a big deal in Missouri apparently, but I thought they did something in Illinois. Cicada flavored ice cream proved to be a big hit in Columbus, Missouri. Wait,
Which is not
Columbia, not Columbus. I was gonna flex on Columbus. Been there. They collect bugs in the backyards and boil them and cook
Ew.
them in brown sugar and chocolate milk.
Hey, there's protein in there. Bugs are a great source of protein, and there's a lot of them out there. We could switch our food supply to eating cicadas, and we have
It was a thing in CBS there for a while. Back in-
CBS or
yeah.
CVS.
Yeah, okay, so I know they make it in Illinois, but Missouri became a big deal.
I think Missouri is the only place where people try to eat a cicada and put it in ice cream.
No, because it was a big deal in northern Illinois. Yeah, and they like coat them and they make stuff out of them. I mean, I wouldn't put it past me to try it.
I thought you said you did try.
When?
Okay, never mind. I thought you said. Oh, never mind.
I said it tastes like honey. I've never.
Okay.
You really think?
I thought you eat cicada ice cream every night for a nice little.
I keep
snack.
just gallons of it frozen in that freezer. You know that turkey we've had in there for years? It's actually just cicada ice cream.
What are we going to do with the turkey?
Speaking of that turkey, Colin, I'm thinking about doing a turkey fry.
That thing's...
You bought a full turkey?
No, Arcade gave me one last Thanksgiving.
Still, I don't think it's good.
and occasionally the freezer gets left open and
So it
stuff
thaws.
unthaws a little bit and then it refreezes.
Right, yeah, it's probably bad if it's thawing out.
It's frozen and then I'm
multiple
going to
times.
cook it and then it's just going to
How
be
do you
food.
cook- How do you cook a turkey? You use oven?
Throw it in the microwave real quick.
You probably could.
Get a fire. Just
Wait,
roll it
huh?
around.
What do you
You want to
say?
grill it?
Grill a turkey? No, I already had a plan for this turkey.
I think you just throw it in the dishwasher because it gets real hot in there.
It'll clean it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Just put some water on it after, and you're
Listen,
good. No
if I hear
germs.
one more dumb theory, I'm going to bring up fucking
You fill-
polar bears and how they turn into
Hey,
whales.
You fill the soap thing with just barbecue sauce, so that way it just dispenses over time.
Marination.
Why?
Boom,
That
perfect.
brings a very good question of what he just said. Why isn't that in there and that cooks and also marinates at the same time? Did we just come up with something?
Yep, we're gonna invent that. Where's the patent
Almost
office?
a crock pot, but
Huh?
Because it's
Yeah.
almost like a crock pot.
Nah,
Kind of soak it in the liquids in there.
Yeah,
for a
but
day.
like it needs to rotate at the same time, like a microwave, getting cooked, and then it gets sprayed down with your liquid-based juices and whatnot.
That makes sense.
So I've been watching a lot of Chris Hansen lately. We're gonna hop right into this one.
Chris Hansen, I thought he was in jail.
Okay, stop. Yes, he is, but
He's a bad man.
temporarily. No, I know how it looks.
He's hiding behind his image.
So he was starting a new project, and he had to borrow, or he worked with a small mom and pop shop to get shirts and mugs and stuff made, and then he got it all made, and then he had the show or whatever the project he was doing hasn't went off yet, so he paid with the check bounced, which yeah, it sucks. I honestly think, God.
So he has no money. So Chris Hansen's struggling as an individual right now.
I think his
GoFundMe?
Yeah, start a GoFundMe for Chris Hansen.
I think the problem is that his project supervisor people, like, not just Chris Hansen we're talking about. Chris Hansen should not be trying to start a new project. He should already be having people pay him to go catch predators. Because the hype moment, that confidence that man has when he walks out of that room and says, "Take a seat, please." Or, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Wow, you brought enough stuff to move in, huh?"
He always has that one joke that he has to throw out
He
there.
always has the zippers. Like, he always gets them off something, and it's something random that they're doing, so he has to have that right on the fly. Chris Hansen, man, that's the man people should aspire to be at a confidence level. When you come out and confront a predator, that's just...
Chris Hansen 2020?
Chris Hansen
Chris
2020.
Hansen for president.
That's another thing. Did you guys see Donald Trump presidential slogan for the campaign?
No, but I did watch his re-election, his first little campaign tour stop last night at Burger King as I was waiting for my chicken fries. I saw that on the TV.
His was "Keep America Great Again." Or wait, not again. Keep America Great.
I just was watching that little campaign parade, and he just kept on saying "Crooked Hillary." I'm like, Hillary's not even running anymore. Donald, what are you doing?
Attack some. Hey, it hasn't proven him wrong yet to attack her. He went off against her on Twitter. That man's got to be our president again.
I feel like that's not going to happen. I feel like we're going to get some random politician.
Herman Cain.
Okay, this
Herman
is actually
Cain.
the sober thoughts in the upcoming presidential election. No, that's terrifying. Who's gonna beat him?
Did you hear about that Hawaiian woman running, Democratic side?
Moana?
Yeah, Moana. That's her name. I think it was like
Moana.
Tulsi. She was like in the military, and then she became a Democrat in Hawaii. Now she's running for president. I forgot. I think her name's Tulsi.
She needs to be a veteran if she's gonna.
Yep, Tulsi Gabbard,
That's
U.S. representative
Those are
from
made-up
Hawaii.
words.
She's American Samoa and Hindu.
Bushmills.
That would be a nice president to have. Kind of
That's,
change up.
that girl right there needs to be your front runner, Democrats. That's how you win. A veteran who's also. Did you guys hear that?
No, that's just your one ear hearing.
I think
this
there's
one.
something actually in my ear.
Oh, cicada?
Maybe. The cicada burrows into Jackson's ear. No. Ugh. Okay. Colin, you had some U of I information you wanted to talk about, correct?
As many people know, Kurt graduated from University of Illinois.
Yes,
I
did.
think maybe 4 or 5 people who know that. That's half our viewers.
Half our subscribers
Half
probably
our
know.
subscribers know that you graduated at U of I, so that's fair to say. That's fair to say.
But they landed a Michigan transfer quarterback.
And he will be our starting quarterback next year.
I just wanted Kurt's thoughts on that.
And because our new freshman guy probably not going to be going right into the starting position, give him a couple years. And we don't have anybody right now because everybody left. All the quarterbacks from last year kind of suck and they're gone. But yeah, I think that Michigan guy is going to be the starting quarterback. And we have like a few top 100 receiver recruits that we got too. That was a big thing that we lost. But I feel like Illinois football's winning 3 games again next year because that's just how the way things are going nowadays.
That quarterback, he mobile or pocket passer?
I believe pocket passer. I don't really know, to be honest.
I don't really know
I didn't
either.
even know his name. I just saw he was a former.
I just saw,
four-star.
yeah, former 4-star recruit from Michigan transfers to
Who's
Illinois.
their coach right now?
Lovey.
Still?
Yes.
Oh.
He got a 2-year extension.
What?
Yeah. For this year, next year. Or maybe it was, I only got some
You know,
extension.
Hugh Jackson needs a job. Marvin Lewis needed a job. Jack Ashmore.
Jack
Hey.
Ashmore did
We're
the job.
both going to say Jack Del Rio.
I was gonna say Jack Del Rio, and then we turned it to Jack Ashmore. I was really hoping Jack Del Rio would have got the coaching job in Cincinnati. That didn't happen.
Is John Gruden still in Oakland? Even
Yeah, of course. Oh my God, they're gonna let him be there forever.
though? It's not good.
But
Decision there.
no, it's not a good decision. But I'm just saying. I think I don't understand how Lovey is still.
Yeah, Lovey has probably had the worst 3 years of starting out as a coach at Illinois in
Yeah,
the history of Illinois.
An NFL.
And you would feel like after like 3 years, his recruits that he had like freshman year would be upperclassmen now, and they might be good, but they're like nowhere to be seen, or I don't even know if they're making headlines or anything. But the recruits are still making headlines. So
Listen, all I'm saying is, if I were to get into U of I and then do a walk on, would I see playing time?
no,
Why?
because they're we have big recruits, so we have people that are really good in high school, but then just kind of fall off. So
That's because,
I don't know.
I mean, you look at Champaign. What is there to do besides,
You can say that for every Big Ten college town.
What was the last couple draft guys that you had go that are actually doing something?
Oh, draft guys. Shout out that Colts linebacker that walked off the field and retired at halftime. I forgot his name. Vontae Davis.
Vontae Davis.
He retired at halftime, left the field. He's from Illinois. He's representing us. We got
I meant within the past 3 years.
Smoot, defensive end, Jaguars.
Oh yeah, there.
Did you see their one tight end? He was like an All-American, freshman All-American in 2017. And last year his grades were so bad that he had to transfer to a community college. And now he just signed with somebody.
That kind of sucks. It's like Last Chance U.
Yeah.
Last Chance U product.
Forgot what
Also with Illinois football, the stupid NCAA made that tight end from Georgia, and they told him that he couldn't play in Illinois even though he's just coming back because I think his grandpa is in bad health, so he wanted to play close to home. So he just transferred, and NCAA said, nope, you are not eligible to play. So that kind of sucks.
stupid.
And he was a highly recruited guy too.
And can I say something?
Yeah.
Actually, trying to time this to be between an hour and 45 minutes is kind of hard, because if we're doing 45 minutes, we're already a third of the way through.
That's fine.
I feel like we haven't talked about anything.
We went through a few topics. Not anything controversial. That's good.
Maybe that's why I feel like we're not talking about
We
anything.
have talked about many controversial topics. in the
Listen, if
past
you're
two
not
podcasts.
controversial, you're not. I don't know. Man. I just feel like. Audience. Dropping it to 45 minutes, I feel, is too short.
Too short.
Too short. People watch this for 2 minutes.
When I turn-
It used to be a 3-minute podcast.
When I turn a podcast on, I want it to be on in the background while I'm working. That's what.
And usually there's some
But does
smart
everyone
dude
have the
talking.
luxury to do that?
I don't know who's gonna.
Some people want to hop on YouTube, watch some quick video, and do something else.
Then
Take their mind off of
that's
things.
another then. I've figured out a way to upload Snapchat memories to YouTube. I got a special name for a recording with Saturday guests.
Wait, can you record straight off your phone? And
Yep,
just, okay.
and upload it. I was gonna do an update video and let everyone know what we're changing, but this is what that is now. But I have a handful of Why Not Us tidbits that I'm gonna be uploading.
Oh, there's many Why Not Us Snapchats I feel like that randomly.
There are a lot.
Can we get hopefully no spoilers, the hot dog stand to sponsor that video?
I have a shirt from there, so they should. I should give them a shirt, and they should buy it from me.
That's not a bad thing to do. We'd have to go up to Champaign again.
Tell them to park right out here.
In my last description,
We
I
are
said
working on the Why Not Us food truck.
Why Not Us taco truck's coming soon. That would be.
That's been
Very
an
far
idea.
away.
And honestly, we could probably get Robert Lynn to financially back us up too.
We need some angel investors to come in and just hand us some money for the startup. But then after that, we got you guys, and then we can start a stock, taco truck stock, Why Not Us stock.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. A food truck in this town during those college times, you'd have to put it on.
There's not a single food truck here, is there?
No,
No. We can just go to the city, say I want a permit for this spot right here.
Is there serving times for food trucks though in Charleston? I don't know what the
We'll
rules
make our own
are.
serving times. We'll have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and midnight to 2 a.m. snacks.
Oh God, that means we'd have to sell away our Fridays and Saturdays.
We'll do the podcast in a taco truck.
Or
That would be not a bad idea.
or you just get drunk until like 1, hop in the food truck, serve the food while you're drunk.
That would be a problem.
Who wants a taco?
There's like a line of 30 people. We just sprint up there and start serving. We have to get the food warmed up before that.
There's just nacho cheese on my hands. I'm just grabbing it, throwing it on nachos. Like, it's fine.
We start blasting music, just have our own little party in the taco truck.
We just open the door, say, hey, here's, give us $20, grab what you want, and get out.
Buffet style food truck. That would be nasty.
There is
There'd
so
be bugs
many
in
red
every single
flags
food.
on this idea. An outside buffet, basically, is what we just proposed.
Just a little cookout, you know?
God, man, this fucking ear though. I honestly rather just be. Is this what deaf people have to deal with? Like, my mom is deaf in one side of her ear, and I felt like we had to go to the warehouse today, and every time someone was talking, I'd be like, "Hold on, you're on my bad ear," and that's what my mom says. And I just hated who I was there today because I feel old. Ugh.
You are Pappy.
I was the first pappy.
We are all pappies.
We're all pappies now. Audience, if you turn 22. You're no longer young and ambitious and free 21-year-old that you wish you were. You are now 22. You are a pappy. And then once you hit 30, you're basically dead.
You're
so,
grandpappy.
Grandpappies.
Ugh.
Man, what would you guys do in a situation if you got a girl pregnant? Not that there's a connecting issue with my life. I'm just very curious.
Right now?
Yeah, right now in your life, you got someone pregnant.
I think I would tell my sweet mother that she's going to be a grandmother.
What happened if it was with someone random?
Just some random person walked up to you, didn't even know, and said, I am pregnant with your kid.
Well, I mean, you know.
I wouldn't believe them until I get a DNA test. But then,
Wouldn't you feel kind of shitty, though?
yeah, that would be kind of a bad situation. But I don't even know what I would do.
Kids, just don't have sex. It's not that hard. I mean, it is that hard, but...
So she said.
Literally.
Use protection. It always works.
Just get a vasectomy if you're a guy. Second you hit 18, vasectomy.
If you don't have a kid by 18, it's over. It's
You can get it
time for
reversed.
vasectomy.
You can get it reversed. Just 18 vasectomy, and then you don't have to worry about anything for like the longest time.
There's a Dumbo rainbow outside, by the way.
Was there?
Yeah, I walked
Dumbo
up.
rainbow.
There's a
Oh,
full one,
boy.
too.
Let's call on your teacher. Where are you going to be teaching at, buddy?
Windsor Elementary School.
There you go. How you liking that? I'm talking with two people who have degrees. And just now getting into the workforce. They're coming from someone who's been there since 18. Closer to 19, I'd say, because I was still going to Eastern. So, are you guys concerned? What are your questions about working in a office environment?
I'm not going to be in an office environment.
You're in a gym, but you're gonna have.
You'll be
to.
standing up, and we'll be sitting down.
You worked in the office in Chicago, though.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, it was
pretty
kind of
much-
weird having to sit down and do one thing from 8 to 4, 9 to 5. It kind of took a while to get used to. Figuring out you can't just work on this for an hour and do something else to come back to another hour. You have to sit there the whole day. But you can get used to that after a while. It's routine.
I finished Chernobyl, the HBO series.
I
Yesterday.
heard that's good.
It's amazing. It's really good.
Do they just run around in Chernobyl? Like, is it before everything
It's-
happened or after?
There's some bits where you see it before the explosion of the reactor, and then there's it takes you all the way through. It is a fantastic series.
Do kids start growing like 3 ears and stuff?
No, that's the thing is one girl has a baby, but the baby dies 4 hours in. But they don't you see kind of some of what it did to some of the people who were working there and everything. I don't know, it's intriguing, but no, let's get back to the office thing because I feel like it has to do a lot with your employer and who you have. I'm in a really relaxed situation, and so were you in Chicago, more or less.
Yeah, I didn't get like a ton of work that was deadlines or anything. That kind of just pushed me towards things I could work on
See, that's
consistently.
The thing. It's no one gives me deadlines. I set my own deadlines, which is hit or miss. Colin, you're just gonna have to. What grade are you?
Kindergarten through 6th grade.
All of them, huh?
About 180 students. so it's a pretty small school.
Are you scared teaching younger kids and having them go crazy? And
It's not so much that, it's planning for them. Because I don't know how the heck I'm going to plan for a whole year.
yeah, I don't even remember what we did
That's the thing. You can't really even do like
elementary. I remember we had an obstacle course one day. It was the best day of my life.
It was like
A lot of that, a
obstacles
lot of
and like
tag, a lot of
yeah, like
tag. That's the thing.
bowling pin dodgeball.
Is it like one day a week where you see them?
Oh no, 5 days a week. 30 minutes a day.
Woof.
I'm trying to think what else we did. And like Carl Sandburg, we always had to walk laps,
Yeah.
and then I don't even remember what we did.
Yeah, it was tag. The
Kickball.
Parachutes.
Parachutes.
Oh yeah,
You got
parachutes.
scooters.
Parachutes.
Oh,
were
then
great.
you're set up
Oh,
for
the
life.
scooters.
Scooters. You just play
I think I broke 3 of my fingers
yeah,
on those
play
scooters.
Scooter basketball, scooter soccer, scooter
Yeah,
hockey.
I don't want to divert the topic, but I did just get another match on Tinder.
Oh,
Oh.
as I was driving to Iowa yesterday and 2 days ago, I just kept on getting Tinder matches, just like going through the states and then coming back.
How long of a drive is that?
6 hours.
Ugh.
But I stopped in Davenport, so it was only like 3, and then I stopped in 2, but then I drove all the way back 6, and that was the worst drive I've ever done.
Where to?
Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh, go to Cleveland.
But I
In a
didn't do it for
Go to
like
Niagara.
recreational activities. But
I know I could have made that drive. I could probably make that drive in the summer. Anyone want to go to Niagara?
you have a podcast at Niagara Falls? No, it's too loud out there. Too much water moving
Not
around.
on the New York side. The New York side sucks, which was where I was going conveniently. I'm. I don't know, man.
Is that the next place you want to visit? Is that your number 1 place right now?
Hell no. Anywhere else I go farther than that in a car is going to be Okeechobee. Which I don't even know if I'm going to make it there anymore.
Last podcast, you're all about it. What happened?
People know how to sweet talk me into staying with the company. We'll see how it goes tomorrow.
You talking about
That crack, by the way, was a fresh, refreshing,
root beer?
natural light. Sponsor.
Please sponsor. We need some sponsor. I want to get some random,
Talked
really
about
random company.
GSB's bringing some heat.
GSBs, can you please sponsor us? We will promote your merch, even though you have a bigger fan base than we do.
Well, that's the thing. We can feed off each other's fan base because they got people who, we have connections that don't know who GSBs are. They have connections that don't know who we are. I think there's a symbiotic relationship.
We can have a business partnership.
We already borrowed their mic.
We did. So it already was a business partnership. They funded our first 2 episodes, basically.
Like, just tweet out, say, hey, check us out on the Why Not Ups podcast, whatever. Like, there's no heat, no drama, but, I'm just saying, like, look out for it.
Please follow our Twitter. It's kind of popping right now with 8 followers. We would like to get double digits sometime. Please go take a look at that.
I know we've talked about it, but I just want to keep bringing up Tinder. Colin, you never had a Tinder account, correct?
I mean, I piddled around there for a little bit.
You
but
piddle-paddled,
better.
What did you get from that experience?
Absolutely nothing.
Why?
No.
There are some nice girls on Tinder, Colin. I think you could probably
kinda
find
made it
one.
just to have a little fun.
It is
I
fun.
don't mean that in like a douche way. Like, oh, I'm gonna go. That's really chicks,
Yeah.
bro.
Colin, little did you guys know, huge man whore. Bangs everyone.
I think I might just swipe right really fast and see if I get anything real quick.
Well, you just
That's
like
an
to ad. Do you think we can get an ad on Tinder?
Yeah, hit up Tinder. We're talking about them. This is the second time we talked about them.
Honestly, at this point, I think they owe us money.
Oh, dang it. I didn't get anything.
I don't know. I mean, really, when you think about it, like, I hear, like, older people using Match.com, and that works for them, though, but, like...
eHarmony?
I ain't ashamed. I set up an account.
I think eHarmony was the OG.
22.
Yeah, and I'm going deaf in my right ear, all right? I'm 22, that's deaf, all right? There's not much else I have to offer anymore. Highly disagree with it, because you might find a gym in there, but you're going to have to do a lot of shit to find that gym.
At eHarmony.com?
At the 217 area.
Do you pay for that?
eHarmony Plus.
Love has no cost, Colin.
They're the OGs, though. I feel
I'm
like
going to
that's
need some more beer.
it's the first place I saw it having commercials and stuff. It's like, wow, look at that, eharmony.com. And then Farmers Only came about.
You know,
Led to Tinder.
here's what I gotta
RK
say.
only.
They're
RK only.
Yes, it does cost money for those. But when all you want is love, you're willing to pay anything, Colin.
Did you find your love that you're looking for with your eHarmony?
She had like 3 teeth, bro. It's fine. When I realized the girls on eHarmony and all that stuff, I could easily find and lefties on a Tuesday, I realized I was making mistakes.
I feel like people on eHarmony are more serious about a relationship, though. I feel like
Yeah, they have to be, man. If you
you
take
gotta
a look at them.
You gotta put money towards that.
Yeah. Yeah. I had it for about a month, and then I was able to get refunded the next 2. But yeah, you know, it's not. Love is a tricky thing. Let's just say that.
Love is a burning thing. Love
Love is stupid, man.
And it burns in the fiery ring.
Love will make you do stupid stuff.
I keep on singing, and you can have a monologue behind that, but I think we're gonna cut that out.
It's all good. But nah. That's you know, a lot of people, they enjoy getting you know, in a relationship young age, then getting married, having kids, building a family before they're 30. Honest to God opinion, what do you got here, Colin? You
What
got
is this?
candy?
I got some candy.
Oh,
Well, guests are bringing us gifts.
that's how it works.
Wow.
If you want to be sponsored on our show, you got to bring us a gift. Gift.
You have to show us a gift.
Don't worry, just giving us the gift to talk to someone besides us is fine enough. No, a lot of people want to make families at a young age and then have it all created and set in stone by 30. I get that. I think that's fine. But, you know, people are individuals when it comes down to it, and what someone might want at one point is something completely different when they're going to want 2-3 years down the line. They're like, oh, I missed out on stuff. So, you know, I don't want to ever get heavily involved in a relationship or anything like that until I'm 100% certain that's the end game for me. And like I said, I'm going deaf in my right ear. It might be coming up.
After you start getting hearing problems, you start thinking about relationships and.
Dude, my biggest thing is I don't want to be a step parent to some kid. You know how hard of a job that is?
That is pretty hard. Because a kid probably doesn't view you as their parent. There's some person living in my house.
Yeah, I got a friend at work who has that situation, and I don't know how she does it, especially with the other one, you know, kind of being a nut and everything that she has to deal with, but like, she somehow makes it work, but that's just hard, man. Trying to like borderline on being a kid's guardian, but not a parental figure necessarily, or being a parental figure even though when someone doesn't want you to be. Hell with that, man. Just thinking about that situation once makes me take a shot of vodka. Solid 30 minutes right now. What else you guys got to talk about? I feel like I've been bringing up a lot of topics. You guys got to carry on the conversation.
Talked about my Burger King incident, but that was the only thing I brought to this. Let's think of something else.
Yeah, that's literally the only thing you brought. And then,
At this rainbow I saw got me
Stop.
thinking.
Okay, what did it get you thinking about? You better go somewhere.
You think back in the day when the people saw a rainbow?
Okay, wow, we're going into what people think they saw probably.
Yeah. You think they just started sprinting toward the end of the rainbow trying to find something?
No, but you bring up a good question. How there's a leprechaun with a pot of gold.
Yep.
Don't you think? What is the truth to how that got started?
I've seen the leprechaun.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like what was
It's the same
truth to
thing with
that?
like Bigfoot and other things. You don't know what it is. There's no ending to it. Let's just make up something so we can feel good and.
So we're gonna
have some
make up a dwarf
Hey, it might have
with
been
gold.
It might have been probable back in the day. You never know. There could be little people running around. Bigfoot. There could be Bigfoot out there.
I'm about
You never
to
know.
clothesline you through this table right now with what you're saying. You're telling me that people
I'm just thinking they all were trying to find what this thing was coming from the sky, and there had to be something there, but they had no idea what it was, so they were just making up a story to.
So the Irish come up, those crazy fucking potato eaters were all like,
they ate too many potatoes.
that were poisoned.
Saw a small dude run around one time, and like, well, we don't see him often. No one else we don't see often. Rainbows. Boom, connection.
Makes you wonder, like, what point did, you know, it's a weird question to think, and I know there's probably a study on it or like an article or something you can read, but like, at what point did people stop thinking like, oh, we should probably stop, you know, killing people with birth defects, like in the 1800s and like earlier?
Probably at the point where health and just kind of medicinal things could be strong enough and good enough to keep those people alive for a longer amount of time.
At what point was that?
When the first person tried it and lived a long life, they're like, hey, we can make this happen for other people. Why not just, instead of kind of pushing people with birth defects and other bad things away, if we have the medicine to keep them around, everybody should have the opportunity to do something with their life.
You ever look in the early days of medicine? Like,
yeah, with people with like saws just chopping off legs because they thought it was... Before that.
There were, there's, I think, pre-humans and Neanderthals. They had found where they were sections of their skulls like chiseled out, you can see, and then they think that there were some people, it was like a practice that was done often, and there's been signs where there's healing over that scar, so they just had a chunk of their skull chiseled out. So it makes you wonder, like, what the hell?
Yeah, they were doing brain surgery.
They
way
were
back then.
Prehistoric brain surgery is what that was.
Through brain surgery.
But it makes you wonder, like, why? What made him think?
Yeah, how did he even know?
Oh, I got a headache.
That's
you got
yeah.
demons, bro. Let me get them out.
I know exactly where this is at. I'm going to go into your brain right now and get it out, and we're going to sew it back up. And all they're doing at the time is...
If you just remove a piece of skull and your brain's swelling, that's technically what you're supposed to do.
Maybe they had so many...
yeah.
They had so many failed attempts that the first person, they did it right. They had to write it down.
Oh, I talked about this at work the other day. I said, you ever think about the person who first had the tonsillectomy?
Yeah, probably a lot of people died before.
No, that's what I'm saying. They probably came up there and like, hey, man, so those veins in the back of your throat, we're just going to call them tonsils. We're going to cut those out. Are you cool with that? I think it was like in the early 1800s. I might be wrong about that, but I want to look it up now.
I mean, there's a point, I feel like, in medicine where everybody was just chopping off stuff and like letting out blood because they thought they were just taking away.
Well, no, yeah,
things.
We didn't know what was in here.
Yeah, they're just like, let's just take it away. If it hurts right here, we're going to take the whole thing off. And if you survive, that's great. If you don't,
wow, I was way wrong.
How long ago was that?
There's been reports from like the BC times, but the first one actually put down in memory was in 1543, and it got removed because they were just irritating the dude. Huh. That's crazy, man. Or, like, you ever think about the first person to see a tumor on, like on an x-ray or something like that? Or just...
Yeah, they probably would just think it's swelling or something. They had no idea what cancer was. Like, wow, that bruise is huge, dude. Like, get that solved. But
like, early medicine was probably terrifying because, well, another thing is, like, not necessarily, you didn't really have to have a degree in anything. You just had to have...
one guy
hand.
One guy fixes one guy's headache, so he's like, "Oh, you're the town doctor now." There you go.
That's what it was, dude. It's crazy to think about it. What's even more crazy is that we still have issues today with stuff getting left in people or the wrong leg being, surgery on the wrong leg or the wrong limb or something. You hear about that, but like,
Do you want to know a fun fact?
I love fun facts.
In this story, it could be very messed up.
It's fine.
I don't really remember.
We love being controversial in this podcast.
My grandfather used to work on the train tracks here in town.
Okay.
And I believe, this could be wrong, one day he's working and his leg got smashed between two trains.
Woof.
That's not good.
And so, this was back, we're talking about old medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Family was poor. So, they just took him home, called the local doctor. They come on over. They put him on the kitchen table. They give him a bunch of booze to knock him out. And I believe the guy took a butcher knife and just
chopped
his leg off. I think that could be a very made up story that I've just heard.
It's
I'm
happened.
pretty sure my mom's told me that before.
Herschel, Walking Dead.
Could be a
What
great
happened?
grandfather. I don't really know, to be honest with
Would you guys rather lose your legs or your arms?
you. Legs.
Um,
Do you get a
that's
prosthetic either
a
way?
difficult
Yeah,
question.
you get prosthetics,
Like-
but they're like
Are you talking both legs?
Are they
both
bad
arms, one
prosthetics
leg,
or-
yeah,
one
both
arm?
legs, but like below the. It's either below the knee or past the elbow.
Legs.
I would do arm because I would like to move around without having people help me out.
Would you rather be blind or deaf?
Kurt, you can't grab anything really.
I got one hand.
No, you lose both of them.
Oh, it's both?
Yeah, it's both of them.
All right, so then I'll just. Dude, I can. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely. If it's both. do
Or
legs.
1 and 1.
One and
One leg,
one.
one arm.
No, I would not do that at all.
Same side, opposite
No,
side.
opposite sides. So you're just like.
That would be bad.
Would you rather be blind or deaf? Coming from someone right now who's half deaf, I'm still supporting my idea. I'd rather be blind.
I think deaf.
I think
I
deaf.
can't. It's nothing.
You got subtitles on TV.
I can hear
I
TV.
just think, yeah, because if you're blind, you can never see. I can't see your beautiful face.
I've
Jack.
seen.
You can't see this
I've seen
rainbow
Captain
outside.
America pick up Thor's hammer. I've seen everything I need to see. I'm
He
good.
didn't just pick it up. He summoned that
I've
son of a gun.
yeah. I am good on that. No, this deaf thing, man. You guys say that until you go partially deaf, it's a freaking
Well, I'd
nightmare.
like to see you go partially blind and see how you handle that.
Just get an eye patch, homie.
Where'd you go?
You said partially blind, so does that mean does my
Well, because you're partially deaf now.
well in one ear I'm deaf?
You
so
can still podcast. Called
yeah,
Being
walk
Blind.
around like that for the next day.
my depth perception would be off.
We're gonna have an experiment. That's gonna be our next YouTube video. We're gonna walk around deaf and blind for one whole day, and compare them. And
Yeah, it's not
your
like anyone
thoughts.
hasn't done that before.
Yeah, there's probably about a million other videos doing the same thing, and there's people doing that every day.
I got
so-
Noah's moth attack, the one he had in the back room. I got that one ready to go.
You have a video of a Mothman ready to?
I have a video of Noah being
moth
attacked
and a man.
by a moth.
Not
I
a
don't know
moth.
if we can call Noah Lynn a man, but
We could call him a
I think he's
moth.
more of a Mothman.
he's more of a Mothman. I really want to get in depth with him on that whole moth situation and where his fear really stems from.
He's coming on the podcast later this week. We can
Later
talk
this
about
week.
moths.
Yep,
If we
we
ever see
definitely are.
Possibly
If
might be
we
on the
ever see him.
podcast.
We'll see him Saturday. We just gotta have the promise of alcohol here.
He
He'll
was
be
here for like an hour last night.
Yeah, he talked to me and then I fell asleep. That was the first time I talked to him since a hot tub incident.
You gonna talk about that on the podcast?
No, I think she probably listens, so
Okay.
That would be a good topic for maybe Saturday.
Yeah, that's a good Saturday topic.
get me more drunk, we might be all open.
The other Noah better come.
Huh?
I said the other Noah better.
Enron?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he will.
We're having a Noah v Noah featured event Saturday night.
We are. And we
Premiere.
might as well open up. If we're going to upload this one with Colin as our... he's been a background character, but now he's been an official on the topic
Woot woot.
guest. We have Lane. I call him Lean in my phone from IT at RK. We're going to probably talk about some more nerdy topics. And then we're going to have Danelle Friday, and she's going to be more of a... I think she's going to be a more refreshing take on everything that we basically said, and pop culture and references and everything like that. I really want to talk to her about Pride Parades, too. I really want to go to one so freaking bad, dude.
Pride Parades and James Charles. Those are good topics there.
Why are they good topics?
Switch up
Why
from
are they
what we're
good
talking
topics?
about.
Why are James Charles and Pride Parades
We're talking
good
about
topics?
controversial things, going deep on politics
Let's
and
talk
Donnie
about the
T.
straight parade, too. That nonsense.
Straight. There was a straight parade.
Yeah, it's like New York had one. Here's my thing about the straight parade. I get it. They're just celebrating who they are, but they're doing it for the wrong reason, you know?
Yeah, if there was no pride parades, there would be no straight parade. So why would you guys just go out there and not do it before? Or, like, why
Well,
are you
that's the
so,
thing. You're just celebrating who you are too, and I get that. But the thing is, I actually haven't looked into it too much, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be very negative take on what the gay pride parade is, and they're probably going to bash it within that parade, and that's wrong. Pride parade, they're not bashing anyone; they're celebrating who they are. Mm-hmm. Except that one video of them all twerking on the cop car.
Yeah, I saw that and it kind of made me mad a little bit.
it was weird, right?
I feel like the cop was just there doing his job, any parade.
If he would have done anything, he would have been fired.
Yeah, that would be an issue, but
That's city. If I have no take on that because it's weird to me.
yeah, I feel that's obviously illegal. You can't just go around and jump on cop cars.
Like if I were to do that, I'd get shot.
Yeah. Let's go see you around and jump on a cop car.
I
right
wouldn't
now.
well.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
you
There's
guys
also
see-
no background information or anything. But
Side note, talking about cars though, did you see that Barstool video when St. Louis won? The kid got on top of that car and was dancing.
I didn't see it. What happened?
It was a Barstool video. Then there's a guy. It looks like an Uber guy or something. He's driving through the crowd, and a couple of guys get on top of the car and they start dancing on it. The first kid to do that is Levi's friend Bob.
Shout out to Bob.
Bob.
Yeah, Bob on the Rocks Twitter handle.
Hey, yo, Bob.
Me and him had a freestyle competition, and he was very impressed with me, and that's all I got to say. But no, he's on a Barstool video. It was a highlight moment for him.
I think we need to show off your freestyling skills
It'll probably happen Saturday.
on a
I was thinking
late night
about
podcast. Saturday would work.
Scoopity whoop. All right, we're hitting the 45 mark. How you feeling?
I'm ready to wrap it up.
Ready to wrap it up. I didn't work on a closing. Said
That's
I
fine.
was.
Don't be silly, wrap your willy.
Don't be silly, wrap
Colin,
your
any
willy.
last words?
We did talk about that earlier.
I felt like this one went a lot quicker because it was 45 minutes.
It's fine. Our viewers watch for 2 minutes, so
Yeah, you're right.
So maybe they'll
You
watch
know
3
what?
minutes
If you
of the
got to this
45.
point in the podcast, thank you and have a nice day. Colin, any final words for our viewers besides don't be silly, wrap your willy?
Negative Ghost Rider.
All right, pitter patter, Kurt, you got nothing?
everybody be ready for our guest later in the week. That'll probably be 4th, 5th, 6th podcast, and then Saturday with our premiere. It's going to be a change up, definitely from this.
Are we gonna upload these
I'll
right
probably-
after we do them?
I'll probably upload this one before. Yeah, I might do it after this, actually.
Is that how we're gonna do it? Start off real strong, just produce a lot of content so it's out there, and then we have to actually start setting a
Yeah,
schedule.
let's just show people what we're going to talk about and see if people like it and see if people want to continue watching.
You know what we should probably do?
What?
Discuss this not on the podcast.
Hey, we're going to be transparent about everything we do.
Can I
That's
say
fair
something
enough.
real quick?
Go for it.
I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious.
Okay, it's time to go.
All right, I'm gonna go get the Ouija board.
All right. Everybody, have a great week. And it's not a goodbye, it's a see you later.
All right, fucking stop.